Successive governments, starting with Fianna Fáil and the Progressive Democrats, particularly in 2002, and ever since, and that includes the Greens, that includes Labour, that includes a whole lot of them that have been in power, have deliberately driven policies that have killed the community sector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through really fast in years and statistics, which is kind of boring, but it's important to give you a sense, because I don't think anyone generally gets a sense if you're walking around and you have your daily life, what the hell is going on. So in between 2000 and 2005, the government cut community funding by 53%. This is just organisations that purely rely on state funding, 53%. They cut the anti-poverty networks and they cut the community development projects, which are key in areas that really need them. In 2008, they disbanded the Combat Poverty Agency as part of austerity, and they cut the Equality Authority by 43%. And Colin McCarthy, I'm sure you all know, our favourite neoliberal, was put in charge of a group called the Special Services Number and Expenditure Programs Group, and they went about cutting even more. So that was in 2008, and sorry, I'm going really fast. Am I going to keep up? Okay. At the same time, they brought in Chuck Feeney, who you know, probably Mr. What does he do? Duty Free. He's kind of like Ireland's favourite American billionaire. He's a philanthropic organisation called Atlantic That's it. So he and the government, Fianna Fáil, set up they still exist. You can look up their website, the Centre for Effective Services. And what they do, they're a private company. They're actually call themselves, well, they are a non-profit organisation that work for the government. And what they were tasked to centralise funding in the community sector. Up until in the 90s and the 80s and so on, many communities were grassroots, they were autonomous, they were community-led, they were people-led, they were actively trying to deal with problems in their own area.